Reaction after that one, Paul? I guess a tad of frustration.
Yeah, I think we're all frustrated, but you know what? We should be frustrated with ourselves. And I just said that to the guys. I mean, the game started at a frantic pace. The ice did break down. It's so warm in here. I've never seen the ice like that here. And it looked like Coventry's used to, you know, in August time, the way it sweats and, you know, the water. And it wasn't freezing at all. But that was the same, no excuse, that was the same for both teams. But, you know, good first period. And then second period, we ran into penny trouble again, but we solidified our PK. Great teams like this that are, you know, that are better than us. We have to admit that they're better than us, but we were still in it. 2-1 going into the third, and then, you know, Ben throws the puck over the glass. The puck sits up as it comes back to him, and then when the third goal went in, I just felt the energy go again in the team, and then, you know, then we took a couple of minors that then put us on the back foot, and you know. Against a team of this level, you can't be killing for 20 minutes of a game. And I don't want to sound like a broken record because we got to be responsible and put things in place that this won't happen again. And I said it last game, and it happened again today. So we got to look at ourselves right now.
I was going to say, people will be watching this and listening to it and saying, "Okay, well, what are you going to do about it? You're the coach."
Yeah. Well, and that will be said, you know, within the four walls of my changing room. So we have to be responsible for our actions, and we can take minor penalties, you know, when they're in the battle. When you're working hard, because I thought 5-on-5, once again against a fantastic team from Sweden's elite league, we were right there. And our power play, you know, we moved the puck really well. They're a little more clinical than we are, but I thought we had some great, you know, puck possession. We move the puck around. We give ourselves some good scoring opportunities, and you know, we scored a power play goal. But then we gave them too many opportunities to bury us, and that's exactly what a team at this level does. So, you know, going into the third period, 2-1 down, you're at home, you're full of beans, but we imploded again, and we have to put that right.
A positive must be Robert Dowd. You asked him in the week to shoot the puck, boy, he did this week.
Oh, Robert shoots the puck as hard as anyone in the league, and great feed from Levi for his first goal, and you know, and he picked up his second one with another great shot, and. Yeah, he was, you know, Robert's a premium player for us, and he showed that again tonight. And like I said, David, I don't want this to be, you know, sound like, oh, blah, blah, you know, I know what the opposition we're up against, and we know it's tough, but some players need to take some responsibility.
Is the reality that you won't know where you are maybe for another 2 or 3 weeks until you play Manchester, Nottingham, Belfast?
Well, I know where we are. Right now we have a god-awful PK. And that's something that myself and Jerry have got to look at and put right, and we have looked at, you know, and worked at it this week. But a lot of that's due to the confidence that we're taking, you know, penalties. You look at in Europe, if you take 3 or 4 minors a game, that's it. You know, and we're taking 4 or 5 period, and you're going to get buried. And we got buried, and they scored 5 power play goals today. They didn't score an even-handed goal on us. So, got to look at ourselves there.
Rob, I would imagine mixed emotions. 2 goals, which must please you, but a 5-2 loss.
Yeah, more frustrating than anything. It's tough. It's tough to swallow at the minute, just because 5-on-5 we stayed with that team. I think even in spells we were better than that team on 5-on-5. But once we run into that penalty trouble at the minute, it seems to snowball, and we take 1, we take 2, we take 3, and teams like that punish you on the power play. That's why. That's why they're in the leagues they're in. They've got people that can put the puck in the net very well, and they did just that.
Easy for people like me to sit in the stands and all the fans, and they'll say, "Oh, you should stop taking penalties." But we're not in the heat of the battle, and I guess were the penalties we took tonight daft penalties, or were they ones that you're battling and you're going to take against teams that are generally quicker, bigger, and stronger than you?
Yeah, I mean the majority were just the guys trying to get a stick on puck, and the guy trips over the stick or something like that. Penalties like that happen, especially when you're playing guys that move as quick as they do. But yeah, we took 1 or 2 daft ones, but guys know when you take one, you know as soon as you take that penalty and you're skating over that box, you're thinking to yourself, I shouldn't have took that. But we've just got to learn from it, and when we take that first penalty, we've just got to now sit back, take a breath, and go again, instead of letting this snowball and taking 1, taking 2, taking 3. We need to try and settle the ship a little bit.
Talk to us about your line. Had a good night tonight offensively, and when we spoke before, we said it had gelled very quickly, but tonight it was the line that got us going, a bit like it did in Sweden.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. Me and Levi like playing together. We find each other well, and we both play a similar game, fast and getting after the puck. And since day one, Valley slotted in the middle, and we've all loved playing with each other. We find each other really well, and we pop into spaces and we seem to find each other. So it's clicking really nicely at the minute.
Just talk to us looking forward, where we are as a team right now. Is the reality that until we play Manchester or Belfast or Nottingham, we won't really know where we are at the moment because the quality of the opposition we're facing in this competition?
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at the bigger picture here. These teams' budgets are 20 times the size of ours, something like that. I don't know the exact numbers, but they're big budget teams from big leagues, and I think playing the way we've played against them, I think we played well. Obviously, we're more frustrated because we know we can play better. So obviously, once we start playing teams from our league, I think you'll start to see how good this team actually is.